Do you want to know just what it's like to live in Corona, California? Well, stay tuned. Hi, this is Denise from Vivid Lifestyle Realty, your go-to source for all things real estate and lifestyle in beautiful Corona, California and the surrounding areas that we serve. So today I'm going to talk a little bit about my experience living in Corona. We've been here for over 20 years, so it's really neat to get a personal perspective on where it was then and where it is now and where it's going. So it's very, very neat to have experienced all that stuff, and we definitely want to share it with you. So here we go. We're going to start with, we moved here in 2001, which is a really good starting point because my son was also getting ready to start school. So we have that whole, I also worked for the school district prior to real estate for a long, long time. So it gives you that perspective on the school systems as well, which we have a really highly rated school district, which is really amazing if you're thinking about relocating here from a different area or from a different state. So it's been a really, really fun ride, and I know it's neat to share stories and where you've come from and what's happened. So I'm going to go a little bit how we ended up in Corona, California. So my husband and I have been together since high school, and we're from the northwest suburbs of Chicago, and we ended up, or Illinois I should say, he went into the Marine Corps after high school, and a year later I followed him out here. And we lived in Vista, California. He went to Camp Pendleton and served there. He was in for 8 years. So we ended up moving out here to Vista, and we lived off base. And so that kind of got us into the California medium. And so then fast forward 8 years, we moved around a lot, and loved California so much that once we got out, we asked for a transfer back, and we ended up in the Aliso Viejo area, which we loved a lot, but super, super love Orange County. Has a lot to offer, beautiful beaches, everything, but it is super, super crowded. So a lot of the parking lots, a lot of the shopping centers, just a lot of traffic. So that, and then when we were buying our first home, thinking about it in like 2000, when he got out, 2001, our rent was actually, which we follow the path that we teach, so our rent was actually more than a mortgage would be. And we had a really nice place, but there was no yard. Wasn't a 2-car garage. It was a single car garage. And so obviously you're living with a billion other people. And even though how nice it was and everything, we wanted our son to have more, to have a yard, to have a basketball, to be able to practice soccer, all those different things, and to be kind of in a really nice area, but a less congested area. So what happened is we ended up deciding, one of my husband's managers said, hey, we're moving to Corona, California. There's not a lot out there, but you can get a lot of house for a lot less money than you can out here, because a lot of the homes didn't have yards or they were attached or anything like that. So we followed his advice and came out here and looked at homes and said, oh my gosh, yeah, it's a lot more affordable, but you get a lot more house, a lot more yard, and it's a really, really nice area. Now, mind you, it was very up and coming. Corona used to be, back in the day, a very big citrus area. So oranges and lemons and different things like that. So as you're driving through, there was still a lot of like orange orchards, and don't get me wrong, they were beautiful and smelled amazing. Oh, I still remember the smell, but there wasn't a lot out here. So as we were moving out here, they started building Walmarts and Targets and Sam's and all of grocery stores, and it started getting a little more built. And then we're like, okay, this is up and coming. It's a great place to buy. The market's, we didn't really, you don't time the market, but we said, hey, the market's pretty good. They're building, it's growing. What a great place place to move into. It's very centrally located, like we've talked about a lot in probably the hardest thing to ever leave this area is that you are within an hour and a half distance to pretty much anywhere. San Diego, Orange County, LA, Palm Springs, Coronado Island, Disneyland, Knott's Berry Farm. You're a 3.5-hour drive away from Vegas. So many, close to so many things. It's really amazing. We're right on the 91-15 interchange. So really, really great location. So a lot of people from Orange County were kind of flocking here because it was a little bit more affordable. They had their choice of properties and homes, and then, we went from there. So if you fast forward it a little bit, my son started kindergarten here, and then things just blew up. Like over an 8-year period, there was all sorts of shopping centers, all sorts of like high-end things, a lot, like many more housing complexes, and they were getting modern and big, and so you could have a lot more for your money. But then it started getting more congested, just like any growing up and coming neighborhood usually does. And then the builders were coming, and more shopping and more restaurants and everything, which is great when you're living there. But then when you're taking single laned freeways and everything, having to do that infrastructure right in the middle of when we moved here, it really blew up, and they expanded a lot of things. So to this day, a lot of people are flocking here still because of the location and how beautiful and gorgeous it has gotten, and for all of the amenities that it has. We talk about Dos Lagos Shopping Center a lot. Amazing events, amazing shopping, an amazing experience. The Crossings, Bedford Marketplace. You have so many things, even when there's a lot of traffic, that you can take shortcuts to and have about everything you need within 5 or 10 minutes of where you don't have to really go anywhere else. So it really is really great. Along with that, the traffic has gotten pretty horrendous, but like I said, they've done a really good job at doing some expansions and then creating side streets for you to be able to get to where you need to go. So even knowing the traffic, knowing the congestion that has kind of built up, what it has to offer and where it's located, it makes it very difficult for us to even think about moving anywhere else. So that is kind of, Corona in a nutshell. But when we started, like if you're looking into a community for like Orange County, a lot of people are flocking here because they get more for their money. Now, mind you, we are very expensive. We've gone from reasonable to middle to one of the top markets in our whole area as far as prices are concerned. There is a lot of they have added like luxury apartments and condos and townhomes and different things where they've kind of spread it out decently, where it's not, everything's not just stuffed in one place. However, there's a lot more to choose from now for the different price points, but our average price point, even with the shifting market as of 2023, is around $729,000, give or take, depending on how much things have been shifting. So it really is not a very affordable price point anymore, but where you're located and what you have really makes that little bit more well worth it. So even if you're talking about right next to us is Lake Elsinore, Murrieta, Temecula, Menifee, Wildomar, all of those areas after Corona. Temecula was already pretty built up, and then they're an amazing city as well, but then everything in the middle really built up, and to this day are still building up. Menifee is one of the fastest growing cities in Southern California as far as how fast everything came up, and they have every single thing that you can ask for at a little bit more affordable prices, including Wildomar's another one that was pretty much kind of land and now is really getting built up. So it's really nice when you move to an area, then all the areas around you get built up. So you have a lot more things, places to do. Resorts are coming. There's Amazon Fresh, all the cool, neat things that are, Dos Lagos has VR and trampoline parks coming. So Temecula has amazing old towns that are great that you can walk through that are really, really fun, and they decorate and they have parades, but they have really really modern things and wineries and casinos. So it is, this area just, you just cannot beat it. So if you are thinking of moving here, from experience, you're gonna get a lot of traffic, but you're going to get so much of everything else. So the neighborhoods in specific, which we'll go into in other videos, and we've also done community walkthroughs, so check out our YouTube video, and please like, subscribe, and hit that bell, because we can keep making more community videos for all of the communities we serve. We also do local businesses and love our community as well. So it really is neat when you're moving into an area that's up and coming, and then it explodes, and you have some of those like, oh, there's a lot more traffic, and but when you're centrally located and you're in a great location with an amazing school district, that's another thing very quickly I want to talk about is the school district is Corona Norco Unified School District. I worked there for a little bit under 20 years doing many, many different things, and amazing school district. It's top rated. They offer a lot of technology. They're growing with the times, building tons of new schools and adding dual immersion programs and STEM schools where they're focusing on science, technology, engineering, math, doing a lot of really neat things. So there's a lot of neat up and coming things with that, and the community participate a lot for the schools. And just like this year, we love shelters. It's something we're passionate about. So you'll see a lot of that, but we also love the school, and we're sponsoring a school right now, Temescal Valley Elementary School. And that's where my son went, and he's almost 28 and started there in second grade and love that school. It's one of my favorite schools of all time. So it's amazing to be able to give back. So personally, we've been immersed in our community. I know tons of local business owners, and just I'm really out there. When you get out there in your community, you really see what it has to offer. And let me tell you, Corona has a lot to offer. So if you're looking to move to this area, please reach out to us anytime. You can always send us a message, you can call, and we'd be happy to take you on a tour or give you any pointers that you need to be able to optimize or find out everything you need to about this area. We have a lot of 55 and better, I say, communities that have a lot to offer. And so it has that small town feel, a busy city feel, and just like a resort feel all in one. And you're very centrally located. I cannot get out, like, that is the best part of living in this general area. So like I said, if you need anything or would like to see any more videos like this, please put your comments below. And once again, it really helps us to provide you value. And we love to hear what you guys want us to put out, and we take that very seriously. And then it really helps us if you could subscribe, like, and hit the bell. Also, you can check us out on Instagram at Vivid Lifestyle Realty, and Facebook, and you can go on our website at vividlifestylerealty.com. If you want to do some property searches or you want to contact us that way, we are here to help. And if you have any questions at all, whether it's to buy or sell or invest now or in 3 years, we're your resource, and we'd love to help. Have a wonderful day. See you next time.